everyone. Thank you for joining us once again here at Sea Freedom Brew. I am Jamie Sumner, Chief Analyst, and for this week's webcast, we want to just review over some of the information that came out last week pertaining to the inflation numbers as well as the retail sales. So overall, inside inflation, we can see not really big surprises here. Inflation continued to be very subdued. When we look at on the producer side, the producer price index, we can see month over month up just 0.4%. That was at expectations. Year over year at that 2.6. When we strip out that food and energy, similar numbers month over month, 0.4%, and year over year 2.2. So no real big advancements in the inflation area when we look at the producer price index. You can almost say the similar thing when we step over and look at the consumer price index, where we had year over year for the CPI up at 2.2%, and then we have month over month at just 0.5. So overall, very subdued. And when we look at the less food and energy, we have just a 0.1% increase month over month, below where we anticipated those numbers to come in. And then also year over year at that 1.7, just below the 1.8 consensus. So overall, inside the inflation numbers, no real need or push for the Fed to begin increasing in November or December. That's not to say they will not do that. They're still projecting, as we saw in their dot plot out in December, that they're going to increase one more time this year. When we look at the retail sales, we anticipated an increase in retail sales in here. We're at that 1.6 month over month. We anticipated about a 1.8% retail sales number, so we're just under that. A lot of this growth here, however, is due to Hurricane Harvey and Irma and the impacts there. We can see that in some of the numbers. Look at the overall motor vehicle and dealers parts here at 3.6% increase. It's a very strong increase that we see in September. We look at the also building materials up 2.1% month over month, just building up the need for those items because of the hurricanes. And then we have the grocery stores up 1% in here. So we have overall the strength in the retail sales kind of lifted by those hurricanes. When we factor these into the GDP forecast that the Atlanta Fed puts out, we can see their GDP forecast jumping up here to that 2.7% for the third quarter. So that's where we are currently at that 2.7%. It increased on the news of the retail sales and consumer price index. So that's where we are in here at the 2.7%. As we approach the release date coming up at the end of the month, this number tends to get more accurate. So we're getting to that point where we're pretty close, pretty confident that this is where we're going to come in at around this 2.5 to 2.75 mark for the third quarter GDP, just under where we saw the second quarter GDP come out on the third estimate at that 3.1 mark. So that's what we have for you today. We hope you guys enjoy the week, and we'll see you back here next week. Have a great week, everyone.